Hello and welcome back to Kansas, the land of Dorothy, here for the Coke Vanilla Cup Series, race 15 from, I can't even say, I always put Kansas after that, but oh well. It's the KC Masterpiece 400, and joining me in the booth we have NRSL President Dylan Young and Stephen Pollard III.
Hey.
So, starting on the pole here today, we have Jeff James, who's grabbed his first pole of the season, joining the list of, I think, 12 other drivers that are already in it. Cosmic Nova is one of them. He'll start on the outside. Chris Louvier and Drew Austin will make up row 2. Elijah Workman, Gabe Williams, row 3. Ali Nelson, Trevor Meacham, the defending champion, row 4. And row 5, we have Seth Cole and Nick Pericles. And I'll hand it over to the gentlemen joining me for their expectations and predictions for this race as we show the rest of the starting grid.
Well, okay, since Dylan's not doggy. So our expectation here at team practice, we're gonna have a 3 wide, we're gonna have a few big wrecks. Unlike the truck race, we're gonna have a good finish. And let's see if we're gonna be like Preston Floyd in the 54, come from the last row and get a top 10.
Well, you got plenty of time. 41 laps here in store today. Who would you pick to win this race there, Steven?
If we go to the front a little bit, I'm trying to go. I think we're gonna pick the hometown hero. Well, I'm gonna pick the who am I gonna pick? I'm gonna pick. Let's see. I'm gonna pick the number 30. I'm gonna pick the 33 of Eric Enrage and ensure himself in the chase.
Eric Enrage comes in as the second wildcard holder, 3 points over Kyle Sosnowski. Will roll off behind Sosnowski here today. And now let's go ahead and hand it over to Dylan Young.
Well, the truck race, it was a caution-free race, and it was very interesting. The nationwide race rather turned out to be, had a few wrecks and still great racing overall. And for the cup race, we'll probably see the same as the nationwide. We'll have a few cautions every now and then, and we will see what can happen. And my driver to pick, who I'm going to go for, is probably going to be Will Lewis in the 40. I think he could probably pull an interesting run there in the 40. He'll start in the inside, which is a good thing. But knowing how it is here on this track, you got to do everything you can. But he's starting toward the back, though.
He'll be starting inside row 9, so he's starting 17th here today.
I just saw how it goes with the rows, how it's changed.
And that purple and silver car get a good run too.
That's Alex May. Okay.
But we should also keep an eye on that 13 of Gabe Williams, who's been very, very strong all week long. He's starting in 5th position.
Very true. But I will actually pick Trevor Meacham to grab his 3rd win of the season and maybe move into the top 10 points here as he enters 238 points back of the points
all
leader.
aboard the Meacham
Can't
train.
say it. Huh? Yeah, we're green. Jeff James had a strong car yesterday. He wasn't able to get the win, but they let us down.
I want to point out too is that I got my pick right in the truck race, so hopefully I'll go 2 for 3.
Well, Drew Austin now is going to make the move for the lead. And Tom Gerard quickly made it 3 wide there just inside the top 10. I saw that just off screen.
Look at the outside line getting a little bit of a run right there. The 97 managed to get ahead of the 13 and is going to peek to the inside for position.
Cosmic Nova there, the Smirnoff Ice Ford Fusion for Roush Fenway Racing. Cosmic filling in. Oh, I heard scraping.
Right off the corner to caution.
Oh, Alex May's upside down.
Damn, not that new paint job, you inconsiderate people.
Troy King involved. Charles Jackson. Seth Cole. Tom Gerard.
Oh, and there's all over cars everywhere.
Katie Elizabeth involved. Looks like Dylan Young might got a piece. Kyle Thomas, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, you got a little bit of damage on the left side. It's that 24, but
Alex Hawkins with damage.
22. Oh, Tom Gerard
involved. And
Oh, God.
Where's the leader?
Oh,
okay, there he is. Drew Austin. Okay, I was trying to figure out where the leader was.
Yeah.
And he blew up.
Pollard wishes. Caution's out on lap 3, and
Koto Gucci involved as well. Yeah. Didn't see that one.
Yeah, there's gonna be quite a number of drivers that's gonna be out of the race, and the 66 Alex May took a flip. That's a shocking, unexpected moment. Are we gonna have a pit stop?
Maybe Vitaly Nikolaev pitting, obviously for damage though. I don't think actually leaders are pitting, so Let's go ahead and take a look back at what happened to bring out, or what happened to cause this wreck, actually, that brought out the caution. And we're back. Here's where this one started. Watch Alex May as he goes through the center of this corner. He's going to slide up into Gerard. And
He took the corner a little too hard right there. Seth Cole's going to bounce off the wall. You're going to see in just a bit. Right there, the E8's going to hook the 66. Seth, nowhere to go. Charles Jackson, then it's just on from there.
there's William Duncan, Kyle Sosnowski, PJ Williams, our points there, Baron Patterson, Alex Hawkins, Makoto Gucci getting involved. There's Katie Elizabeth, Troy Kane,
Yeah, that was the 7 that flipped over the 66 right there.
Momo Kari,
Henry Fitzwater turned Patterson there.
Zachary Fitzwater, I think, actually gets woed up for the most part in this. Minimal damage at best for the 19. But the big stories, I guess, right here is the fact that the 66 went flying, and our points leader, actually our top 2 in points, and 3 of the top 4 are involved in this one, including Seth Cole, who came in this race 4th in points. Looks like his day is done.
Yeah, it looks like 1st, 2nd, 4th in points were involved. I believe 3rd in points was way ahead of this.
Yeah, Henry Sanford missed this. Will Lewis did as well. He was the only other guy that came in with a chance of taking over the points lead.
Yeah, Charles Jackson, 7th in points, also involved. Nick, yeah, that's a 9th in points right there. Is Drew Austin there?
Yeah, in leading the lap. But this was the race back to line. Let's go back to the green flag now, here for the KC Masterpiece 400. And we are back, 6 laps on the board as we get ready to get the green flag. Drew Austin is the leader. Then it's Cosmic Nova, Gabe Williams, Jeff James, Ali Nelson, Chris Louvier, Trevor Meacham, Elijah Workman, Ish Taylor, and Nick Pericles, the top 10. Amy Shelley runs 11th, and Will Lewis, Alex Perkle, who's had an awesome weekend so far, top 5 in both of the races coming in.
He's right now 13th, so not bad for him right now. But if he wants to get a top 5, he's got to get up there a little bit.
Tom Shelley, 14th, Eric and Rage, Tristan Wilhoit, Mary Cole, Gene Sanford, PJ Williams, and Roman Rahal, the top 20. Those out of the race, Katie Elizabeth, Charles Jackson, Mary Shelley, Tom Gerard, Seth Cole, Alex May, and Kyle Sosnowski. So both of the Robert Yates cars are out of the race, as well as one of the DIs, and 4th in the points, Seth Cole.
Green flag's back out for Drew Austin. This is going to be a big point save for him if he wins it. Oh, 15.
That was Jeff James that got held up a little bit by Makoto Gucci. Not quite sure why Jeff decided to go to the inside line there.
No,
as he battles with his teammate.
We got to keep an eye on that lap car. He's being a nuisance.
Pretty sure that's a she, because it's Makoto Gucci.
Oh, she. That's right. I'm used to saying he and all that, but that car is just being such a nuisance to the inside line.
Now kind of getting out of the way there for Ali Nelson, Trevor Meacham, Nick Perry. Oh, Meacham! And there goes Meacham!
Oh, there goes Meacham! Hopefully,
Alex Hawkins hit him.
I think that was a 99. Nope, it was a 20.
So luckily only a 2-car wreck. They're racing back to the stripe though.
Man, I don't think everyone's going to be happy right there.
Oh wow, Cosmic Nova now grabbing 2nd away. Here comes Chris Louvier trying to get 3rd away from Gabe as they come down to the line.
To the line.
And he will. So great run to the line there for Chris Louvier, getting a spot out of it as well. Mary Cole's involved. Alex Perkle. What?
Whoa, there's another wreck?
The 10 of PJ Williams involved.
And
Whoa! Kyle Thomas. There was another wreck.
Wait a minute.
It's all Daniel Day.
Back there, the 0, the 22? Weren't they up like in the top 20 or something?
Well, there's obviously another wreck at some spot in the field. We're not quite sure where, but meanwhile, the top 2 at least are coming down the pit road. Chris Louvier will stay out.
Yeah, there's a few people staying out actually.
Including 3rd in the points. Henry Sanford stays out. So let's see what the strategy is for the guys on pit road. Louvier will lead the lap.
Yeah, it looks like 4 cars stayed out right there from what it looks like.
At least 3. Not quite sure who all stayed out. We'll take a look at that once
we see. It's the 77, but yeah, 3 cars technically.
We'll see a strategy. Right side's at least for the 78.
Yeah, I think that 0 is going to retire out of that race with that heavy damage that's right there for that.
2 tires for Drew Austin.
That's going to be big for ninth in points right there.
4 tires for the 15, so we got
Wow.
some guys going 2, some guys going 4.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so top 3. So Louvier, Ish Taylor, and Henry Sanford stay out.
Wow, and that's big for third in points right there is Henry Sanford, because the top 2, they're having problems. That's pretty big for
Mary
Shelley.
Shelley's already out of the race. Yeah.
Oh, Mary
Oh, that's right,
great.
yeah. Whoops. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look back at what happened with Meacham and what happened with the 0 Kyle Thomas in that second wreck that we did not even see. And we're back. Here's what happened with Trevor Meacham. He's going to get into the left rear of Makoto Gucci, and then Pericles just helps turn the 31 around. Nothing much Pericles could have done there.
You're right there. There's no caution because he's on the apron, and then the caution's going to come out right there. Right there in the 20. That's the caution's going to come out. Man, that's hard.
Oh, there. Okay, there we go.
Oh, man. It was a
That's
bad
Merkel.
Oh.
So we...
Oh, there's Mary. Shot
let's
up
see
to
what
the
happened
wall.
to Perkel.
Oh, it looks like that's the 45 right there. I think they were just trying to avoid that wreck. And
kind of take a look back at this.
Wow, that was right in front of that wreck right there that just happened in the beginning of it. Oh wow, they 4 and 4 wide right there.
There's a lot of reaction stuff I think going on right here.
Yeah, the 45 just got a little close to the 16th corner panel. Is going to clip the National Guard Ford Fusion, and
Eric and Rage slides by.
There was just nowhere to go. There really wasn't after that.
The 16th
very close.
Oh, get to that. Oh, up there, the 21.
Yeah, that's a hard hit. So going back a little bit now as well to try and watch the 21 after.
But what happened to the zeros? What I don't understand.
Something tells me we'll figure out because there's the 0 right there. Daniel comes down into the 21, which puts the 21 sideways. Oh, there's the 0. Ran into Duncan. Henrietta Fitzwater just gets clipped. Wow.
Yeah, it was just reaction.
A lot of this was, it's just a reaction to what happened with the 31.
I mean, that could have been avoided, but...
yeah, that easily could have. Especially because 31 got spun down to the inside where he wasn't going to be a bother to the guys who end up getting turned in the aftermath of it. But either way, Drew Austin made pit stops, or Drew Austin made a pit stop on the caution. Chris Louvier is our leader. Let's go back to the green flag. And we are back. Top 3 stayed out. As we mentioned, Zachary Fitzwater is actually a lap down right now. So Chris Louvier is our leader. Then it's Ish Taylor, Henry Sanford, Drew Austin won the race off pit road. Then Amy Shelley, Cosmic Nova, Gabe Williams, Elijah Workman, Tristan Wilhoit, and Gene Sanford, the top 10. Gene looking to break a 64 race winless streak here in the Coconut Cup Series, that dating back to Season 1 at Indianapolis.
Here we go, green flags back out. Fitzwater's not going to be too bad off the pace, but the 77 is going to be big time.
Those that retired, PJ Williams, Alex Perkel, Mary Cole, Trevor Meacham, and Alex Hawkins. So we have 30 cars on the track now.
Uh-oh, and that lap car, it's playing nuisance again, is the 77.
Fitzwater doesn't seem to be that far off the pace at all. So yeah, right up there with the leaders. Top 10 are kind of broken away.
Damage. It's just, you know.
Oh my gosh, this is a hornet's nest back here.
The good thing is that the 77's on the high line where he's supposed to be, but...
Yeah, so that's good news there. Back up to the leaders, though. Oh, wow! Cosmic Nova's sliding up the track.
Yeah, look at the run by the 29 right there.
Elijah Workman coming to the inside with the Henry Sanford having to deal with the 19.
Just shot out of a cannon right there.
That's the power of fresh tires there. Sanford was
4 wide.
Oh, 4 wide, a little bit, staggered.
Oh, crap.
You have Wilhoit there on the far bottom of it.
Just let out the 3. Oh,
boy,
that's...
This is...
Oh,
it's Fitzwater!
The cunt just got turned. Oh, and Jeff James.
Roman Rahals involved. Duncan!
Oh, God. What a hit.
Oh, my
Daniel
gosh,
Day with the
Gucci,
flop.
Daniel Day, Danny Everett, or sorry, Vitaly Nikolaev involved, I mean.
Probably just did teamwork to eliminate the lap car.
Henrietta Fitzwater involved. Wow, tough break for our pole sitter as Chris Louvier still led back to stripe. And this is the Workman there Workman's thing right there was definitely fresh tires, because that was the case right there, I think, of Sanford being a sitting duck with old tires against the guys with the new tires.
Yeah, that 29 shot out of a cannon with those new tires, and Louvier, surprisingly, with non-fresh tires, still had a good car, but man, that was a hard hit too for the 15 and a few other people.
Yes, wow, look at all the guys on pit road.
Fitzwater took a shot as well.
Henrietta Fitzwater was involved. We even see that as here comes Elijah Workman back to pit road.
And actually, I think all three of those cars who stayed out are coming down.
Yeah, they're coming down, as well as a lot of the guys who came down into the last caution. And again, some people staying out.
It's an interesting decision, it really is. Kansas really doesn't eat up your tires as much, but, if you get fresh tires, you really can get an advantage. So, it's very tough to say.
Well, we'll see how this goes.
Oh, 29! 29 did the gas and go?
Yeah, fuel only for the 29. Kyle Thomas actually still on the track. And it's going to be 4 tires for the 1 car, so...
Oh, the 24 is missing a hood. I didn't even see the 24 get involved.
I actually did, yeah. So, Amy Shelley, Gene Sanford, Chris Washer, Tom Shelley, Will Lewis, and Eric and Rage are the top 6 stay out under the caution.
Yeah. The funny thing I've noticed, too, is that both lap cars got involved in that wreck, so probably we won't see any lap traffic, which will be good.
I'm not going to be so sure on that one, but let's go ahead and take a look back at what happened with the 32 of Henry Sanford. And we are back. Here's what happened going down turn 1. You'll see Henry Sanford kind of get sandwiched a little bit, and then his car will get a little bit loose because of it. Actually, some contact from the 97.
Yeah, they were going 4 wide like crazy before, and then they went back to a 4 wide. Then they turned the 19. That was unbelievable. That was 1 lap car that got turned.
Yeah, actually, that's what we have to go and take a look at. We have to watch the 19 in this section.
Yeah, and the funny thing, I thought the 19 was going to clip the 32, but the 32 kept going.
And then Jeff James is going to be the one that comes along.
Jeff James. Then the 07 just nowhere to go there, but the 14 also gets a piece
Kyle
of it.
Matthews getting lucky. Oh, and it's going to be... No. Yep. Henrietta Fitzwater running into the 19.
How about getting plowed by your own sister? That must have hurt.
It's another case of who plowed?
Well, and then Ray Hall, after getting hit by the after hitting the 19, actually hits the gums up into the wall, and this is where the chaos will start. There's Duncan.
Yeah,
wow, got airborne off that hit, and then
over the 15
there.
There's the 18. There's the 77 and the 2. There's Dylan Young after he got involved actually in this.
Yeah, a lot of cars involved in that wreck. I think probably about like 15 cars got involved.
Well, so we had Zachary Fitzwater, Henrietta Fitzwater, Troy King, Jeff James, Duncan, Nikolaev, Iguchi, and Daniel Day, as well as Dylan Young. I didn't quite see Eric and Rage get involved, although there's a little bit of damage to the front end of his car.
That was that wreck that you call go low, go low.
So, I don't think it was 15, but definitely quite a few.
07 got a little piece of it as well.
Quite a few got involved, as didn't see that part, but oh well. Who's the leader again? Amy Shelley, yeah, that's who stayed out. Okay. Let's go back to the green flag. And we are back, as Dylan Young prophesized there before we went to take a look at the wrecks. There are no lapped cars. Amy Shelley is your leader, then it's Gene Sanford, Chris Washer, Tom Shelley, Will Lewis, Eric and Rage, the top 6. Elijah Workman was first off pit road in 7th, Cosmic Nova 8th, Gabe Williams, and Tristan Wilhoit, the top 10.
I've noticed Gabe, he's been getting some fast pit stops right there. He's been doing very, very consistent. So good work for the 13 team, as Shelley is going to go.
Yep, Amy Shelley first off the line there.
And I'll tell you what, my pick, Will Lewis, in the 5th position, ironic enough, 5th in the points. If I go 2 for 3 this weekend, that would be huge. I don't think
that would be awesome. Another thing that would be awesome, we have Amy Shelley running in the lead. She has yet to record a top 10 finish to this point in the season.
That'd be good for that 12 car right there, just trying to do whatever he can. But we still got 20 laps to go in 2 more laps, so 12's going to have to do whatever they can. But the field is also dwindled down. So
how about Dodge dominance? The top 4 as they come across the line will be all Dodges, and it's Chevy, the top 6.
That's a very good run right there. Actually, Chevys are 5th and 6th.
Oh, Tom Shelley!
Contact.
Elijah Workman coming. Gene Sanford to the lead.
Will Lewis.
Yards to the freaking rails.
Boy, I was having a talk with Louvier yesterday about how Duncan was only 1 win behind Workman for most wins in all 3 series combined. Workman must have been hearing me because he is wanting to widen that gap. He's only the
I
cup
think
win away
Elijah
from the
said
clean
not
sweep.
so fast. Not so
Here comes
fast.
Workman to lead.
He's only a cup win away from the clean sweep. He's got 8 career wins in all 3 series.
Ooh,
This would be win number 9 if he could grab it.
That 12 got
And
a little
Elijah's Workman.
43.
Amy Shelley, Gene Sanford battling for second. Washer trying to wait to see who's going to grab that spot.
I'll tell you one thing, though. The Dodgers have decided to work together in this race, though. I mean, look at now they're deciding to move the Chevy out of the way, and the Dodge is really trying to be second, third, fourth, and fifth on the track right now. They're trying to be, at least.
And then you have the Ford in 6th,
And
and then
Elijah's
another Dodge in
Workman.
7th and 8th. And Amy Shelley, Gene Sanford.
Oh, don't know the
Eric Rage,
44.
Kyle
that's
Matthews.
Eric Rage, my pick.
Oh, Henry Sanford
Another car
just
round.
rolling around goes the
Anderson.
points.
Good.
Oh, what a fail. What a
And
fail.
the points leader involved again.
Momo Kari
Rule 1 of star
involved.
car
Oh,
race. Learn how
once
to
you
take
get
someone
the
out without
17,
taking
it's a
yourself
good thing.
out. I'm going to use the famous quote from Landon Castle, Rule 1 of star car racing. Learn how to take someone out before you take yourself out.
Yep.
Wow. That obviously a case where Amy just did not give any room to the 43 there and just got flat out turned.
No, that 12 really got tight off the corner and just no room whatsoever. And that car's done. It flipped over a few times too, and I'm amazed it still drove away. But there goes the 12 today, done.
Yep, and we'll stay tuned to see if Elijah Workman or any other guys come down to pit road here under this caution, and then we'll take a look back at what happened.
That was nuts.
And we are back, and Pollard has some keen observation maybe about what happened here.
So what happened was, hold on 1 second. Alright, so what happened was, they just looked like the 4 blew a tire, so you could see the speed decrease went down on it. And look, as he went from 180 to about 160 in that corner, went up the hill, and then the wreck started here. That Cheerios car destroyed, and then
Actually,
as you look
Gene
in the
gets
back,
off pretty well on this, I think.
Yeah, she got away from that.
when it came down.
Never mind.
Well, that's why I was saying
Yeah.
we'll have to take a look at that, because then there's some more craziness after this main part of it.
44 just gets a piece of right there, and then there's the 33.
God, Eric Rage.
Yep.
He's
Ironically,
raging in that
tail
cockpit right now.
and flipped over the 12. That's
Eric
very
Rage
weird.
is raging in the cockpit right now.
You know, I just noticed this, though. 2nd and 3rd in our wild card hunt coming into the race today. Both encountering
And the
problems.
And the second Stanford gets involved in the race. Where's the third?
Yeah, Henry.
Not in the race. Actually, Gene.
Yeah, look, the 43 is going to hold up the 78 right there. The 11 and the 1 go on by. I think the 43, he's just... the 42 tried to go low, and the 32 is just right there.
Yeah.
That's what happened. The
Rule 1 of
42...
stock car racing. Go ahead, Dylan.
Yeah. I think the 42 is just trying to get around the 78 and the 43, and then the 32 is just right there, and the 42 gets clipped. And then right up there, Patterson, it was just like the same case. The 07 gets into him.
Yep.
Well, that was
that's
okay.
tough
That was
race for
actually an intent wreck in NRSL 2003. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, you very rarely find that.
Well, so there's a look at what happened. Elijah Workman led us back to the line. He did not make pit stops, surprisingly, underneath the caution. Let's head back to the green flag here. Can Workman complete the clean sweep here today? Hello, and welcome back here as we got lap 27 going on the board with when we got the one to go. Elijah Workman is the leader. Then it's Chris Washer, Will Lewis, Cosmic Nova, Tom Shelley, Nick Pericles, Allie Nelson, Gabe Williams, Ish Taylor, and Chris Louvier, the top 10. Gene Sanford, Drew Austin, Henry Sanford, Daniel Day, Dylan Young, Kyle Thomas, Tristan Wilhoit, and Brian Patterson are our lead lap cars, with Eric and Rage 19th and 1 lap down, actually, to leaders. Sorry. Drivers out of the race: Momo Akari, Amy Shelley, Kyle Matthews, Henrietta Fitzwater, William Duncan, Vitaly Nikolaev, that is Troy Kang in the 18, Jeff James, Roman Rahal, because we forgot to cover the drivers out the last caution who had retired. So
And Fitzwater and the 77.
yep, Fitzwater in the 77 as well. Yeah.
So, this is probably the last time we're going to see lap cars on the inside line. So all the drivers on that outside line, they got to make sure that they got to get around that 33 car after 10 laps to go, just in case another caution does come out.
Yep.
Green flag is back out.
And Washer, for once, the guy in second, staying right with our race leader on the restart.
Oh, and Gabe's going to make a little mistake right there.
No, he didn't.
Oh, he made it through. Louvier is going to make it.
Ironically enough, the two tracker boat schemes.
Oh, and that's the 78 of Drew Austin, who's having a good first half of the race. Now going to be stuck behind.
Washer to the inside, trying to deny Workman the clean sweep opportunity here.
New leader.
And this would be the first time in quite a while that Chris Washer has gone to victory lane if it happens today.
Yeah, but I'll take something. Workman's saying, I don't think so. He's got a very strong car.
Right to the back bumper of the 4.
Gave a little shot right there. I think he gave a little nudge saying, I don't,
hey, don't forget about me.
Long.
Hey, don't forget about me back here.
Exactly. And look at the 40 of Will Lewis, my pick. Don't be surprised that Coors Light Dodge is going to get up there to the front and win this.
Well, how about Tom Shelley back here in 4th?
I wouldn't be surprised if he turned.
Sorry. Go ahead. Pollard, go ahead.
Oh no, I never mind. Go. I wouldn't be surprised if he turned him.
Ah, okay. Well, Tom Shelley, 4th place right now, came in this race 11th in points, poised to possibly move into the top 10. Although it's Nick Pericles in 10th in points, and he's running 7th on the racetrack.
And look at the 97 in the 5th position.
Yep.
Right there, doing very, very well. Currently, I believe 21st in the points right there is Cosmic Nova.
Well, the team is 21st in points. Remember, worth noting that Cosmic Nova is the fill-in driver for Maxwell Chan over here in the Cup Series.
But still, not a bad run for Nova right now in the 5th position.
Definitely.
And actually, I believe teammates are actually working their way up there.
Well, yeah, we have Ali Nelson, who's teammate to Will Lewis, working her way up here. Louvier passing Pericles, and how about the fact that Henry Sanford is running in 10th right now? Oh!
That was close.
Nice little bump there to
Drew Austin. Another
one. Drew Austin!
Game involved.
Caution is out.
Now the question is, did everyone get around that lap car?
Yeah, although now Drew Austin's behind him.
Okay.
But not bad there. Look at all these guys coming to the line. Gabe Williams surviving. He is in 10th across the line, for those that are worried.
Yeah, top 10 in point. Like, whoever's in the top 5 have not been in good luck. The only driver who has, out of that top 5, that's been running very well has been the 40 of Will Lewis, even though Patterson is still out on track, as well as Henry Sanford, but they've been involved in incidents. That's been the problem.
Well, and even despite that, Sanford's car is very clean still, running in the 9th spot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Do you guys think we need to cover that? I mean, it's pretty clear what happened there.
Yeah.
If you want to.
We'll go ahead and take a look back at it for you guys.
Yep.
And we're back. This was right after the 32 got into the 9. The 78 decided, hey, I'm going to try and do the same, bump into him. But this time the 78 tried to push him up the track, but Pericles was having none of it.
Yeah, he couldn't get it to go left, and right there gets into the wall. And then there's Gabe Williams, unfortunately, gets right in a little bit of the bumper of the 78, and wow.
Gene Sanford. Although, wait.
One lucky bastard, because if that 43 got involved, who knows what could have happened, but man, that was a close call.
Now, there is damage to 43, but that's from the hit to the wall from earlier, so.
Yeah, and the funny thing, too, is that was almost like the same incident as before, but from that point, it looked like it was just that, like, it drove up too far to the, to that car right there, so, on this one. That was the problem, though.
Definitely, but hey, give it to them. They are able to keep it to just a 2-car incident. Chris Walsh is our leader, and we do have less than 10 laps to go here from Kansas. And we are back. Let's see, 5 laps to go when we get the green flag here, as 36 will be complete. Chris Washer is our leader. Then it's Elijah Workman, Tom Shelley, Will Lewis, Cosmic Nova, Ish Taylor, Ali Nelson, Chris Louvier, Henry Sanford, and Gabe Williams, the top 10. Gene Sanford runs 11th, and Tristan Wilhoy is 12th. Nick Pericles 13th. Brennan Patterson, Daniel Day, Dylan Young, Kyle Thomas, and Drew Austin's 18th. The last car in lead lap. Eric Enrage 19th and 1 lap down.
This is going to be interesting, though. Looking forward to this. And the funny thing about looking at the points, 5th and 6th are up here, 8th in points, 9th in points. They're still running, and 10th in points as well, plus 11th. So.
11th in points still running, yeah.
But the top runners, though, with issues, green flag is back out. We're only going to have, 5 laps to go, so this is going to be fun.
Front runners, and then pretty much anyone in our wild card chase has had problems at some point today as well, with Trevor Meacham being out of the race. Eric and Rage is a lap down and had his own issues. Kyle Sosnowski finished dead last today. And even Cal
the
Thomas.
good news for Enrage, though, is that he's gaining spots from, the people wrecking out, so that's at least a good thing, though.
Yeah, even Kyle Thomas, who was 4th in our wildcard chase.
45, that's a close one there.
Yep, Tom Shelley moving inside for 2nd here. There's 4 laps to go. This time we will not come to the leaders as again the checkered flag.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something, Lewis.
Oh, Will Lewis.
Making a big statement. Oh, don't you dare turn them, Workman. Don't you dare. Don't you dare take out my pick.
Ish Taylor up here. He's had a miserable season. 35th in points, and he's running up in the top 5.
That 40 car is still trying to get that inside line. The outside is trying to get the advantage off of 4 into the front stretch, but now this is where Lewis is going to get his momentum.
And you know who's loving this? Chris Washer, and wow, Ish Taylor, brave move there.
That was brave. He's basically saying YOLO this race.
Workman able to prevail with 3rd, though, and Will Lewis trying to charge back at the 11 now.
I'll tell you something, though. That 4's been pulling away on that lead off the 45.
How about Henry Sanford going for 5th?
That's 3rd in points right there. He's been a survivor
it's 3rd
this
and
race.
3rd and 5th with 2 laps to go, battling for 5th.
Henry Sanford's been a survivor, safe to say, but you know what? It don't look good for the other drivers here. It looks like Chris Washer may have got this in the bag.
Yep, Washer, who came in this race 31st in points, needed something good. He's still going to need a lot of more good things to happen this season, even if he gets the win here. Elijah Workman's going to grab 2nd. Can he run him down, though, with 1 lap to go from Kansas?
The good news, though, for Washer, he's pulling away. He's nearly got a 2nd lead, at least half a second right
at that time by.
That 29 is just too far back right now. That's not going to cut it.
The Food City Lucas Oil Chevrolet from Morgan McClure Motorsports has but 2 corners to go.
Coming into turn 3 and coming up turn number 4, Chris Washer. Something he needed badly was a win, and off the final turn, he's going to get it this season. Washer is going to win here at Kansas.
Couldn't have said better myself. Workman comes home 2nd. Clean Sweep will have to wait another day. Ish Taylor 3rd, Tom Shelley, Henry Sanford, miracle run there, 5th place. Chris Lubier actually finished 7th, Will Lewis 6th, Nova 8th, Ali Nelson 10th place, and how about Will Hoyt in 9th? So all 3 of the Ganassi cars in the top 10 here today.
That's a great run for. We didn't even talk about Will Hoyt at all.
I think that's the first time I've been able to say that all season, where we had all 3 of the Ganassi cars in the top 10 in the same race.
Indeed, that was. And the funny thing about Will Hoyt was that we barely talked about him. We only talked about him toward, when we were talking about where he was after pit stops or something.
Well, it's only Will Hoyt's 2nd top 10 of the season.
Man, that's awesome.
Gene Sanford, 11th. Nick Pericles. Gabe Williams will finish 13th in car 13. Drew Austin, Bram Patterson, Daniel Day, Kyle Thomas, and Dylan Young, the lead lap finishers in Rage, finishing 19th, 1 lap down.
Wow, big list of retirees, though, from 20th on down. That's just...
But that will do it here for the KC Masterpiece 400 from Kansas. Next up is Sin City for all 3 series. Yep, we're going to the home of Daniel Day, Las Vegas.
Which will be fun as well. Hopefully someone will roll the dice and get a jackpot with that victory.
How about that average speed, 99.599 miles an hour?
If only they got to 100.
Yeah. So now it's that time. I'll hand it over to Dylan and Steven for their final thoughts on today's race.
I guess I'll start off. It was a great Kansas weekend. I was glad to be a part of it. We had 3 good races, including a fantastic, nationwide race.
It wasn't totally fail-tastic.
Well, not totally, but mostly. We're a big failed on who won. But still, It was a good race overall, I will admit, and it was a lot of fun being here. I got to thank Sanford for that. That was a great weekend, and hopefully look forward to seeing more exciting races, and especially with the NRSL banner, the NRSL era. It is going to get exciting.
And Steven?
It was a great race here for Washer. We had a lot of wrecks today. Tough work for a race, my pick, but good win for Washer to help them in the championship. We didn't have a lot of cards, but I'm looking forward to Las Vegas next week for our gambling.
Yep.
I can tell that would be one of those like weekends where I'm not gonna maybe remember a whole lot of it, but oh well.
Oh boy.
Oh well. But for Dylan Young, Steven Potter III, I'd like to thank you for watching. Subscribe to both their channels as well as mine if you haven't already, for more great racing, especially with Dylan and I think Steven, you still have that ARCA series going, so just vaguely. But oh well.
I don't think it does. But yeah, I'm still doing my series, obviously, and it's gonna get interesting.
But we'll take it down to the victory celebration for Washington. We'll see you next week from Las Vegas.